Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and today I'm going to show you how we're going to upcycle this tissue box. This would make the perfect decoration if you want to enhance your Thanksgiving table. And it's also in the fall colors. So let's get started. Be sure to check below for all the supplies you'll need. First, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off the top part because we don't need that. And that way we can just have the box right at the top there. And you can actually use this technique for any box. And it's always really fun when I get to paint something. So I'm going to just secure this box just with some hot glue in there, just to seal it all together. Just want to reinforce it there before I get to painting. This is probably one of my favorite crafts to do, is to upcycle boxes. But then again, it seems like all of them are my favorite. But for some reason, taking something that doesn't look so good, or even reusing it and sharing with you all, that's what drives me. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and paint our box. And I figured, since it's Thanksgiving, kind of harvest type theme, I'm going to do chocolate brown, and it's a metallic, so it's got a little bit of sparkle to it. Let me show you what that looks like. That is going to be really pretty. And I'm going to be very, very liberal with this because I want it to have a lot of coverage on it. You can see how it's got a little bit of a, I like that metallic that it has on it, so this is going to be really nice. You can already tell. And I'm going to do the bottom of the box. Since this is going to be sitting on one of the Thanksgiving tables or maybe on the buffet table. And we're going to be doing Thanksgiving this year at my sister's house, so this will go on her table. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to apply another coat so it has really good coverage. And then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so our box is all done. And look how pretty and shiny it looks. I did add a coat of my favorite acrylic sealer gloss finish. And so it just gives it a much more richer look. You wouldn't really be able to tell that this was a box. So I'm really loving that. So now it's time to decorate it. First thing I like to do before I decorate it is put in my floral foam. So I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue that in. And of course there's space along the sides, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so now I was trying to make a choice whether I should wrap this with a satin ribbon just to make it look, have that elegant look possibly. That's just an idea. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do it just so that you can see what it looks like. I'm going to get rid of this newspaper here, all done painting. And so I want a certain part of this to be the back of my box. So let's see how much we have here. Right there, okay. I'm just going to start right here in the front. And I'm just pulling this real tight. And then I want to do this part here. And I don't want to use too much of the hot glue because it looks like it can bulk up a little bit on there. And what I'm going to do with this is just kind of tuck it under, just so it has a neat fold. And a little bit of glue on there, folding it over. And this is just some satin ribbon that I had in my stash. I think it came from another gift. So it's always good to find stuff that you already have at home. Okay, and so that's what we have so far. And so this I want to be the front of my box. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add something else to it. You remember this? The diamond wrap in gold. I'm going to take it and put it along here. And look how pretty that looks. Just adds a little bit of extra elegance to it. So I'm going to just measure this off. Just cut it, and I'm going to start right in the back here. It's not as neat as I want it to be, but I'm sure when you do yours, you're going to be much, much neater. That looks so pretty against that brown. Just putting a little bit here, lining it up right down the center. And this diamond wrap is so light that it's just easy to just go on anything. It doesn't weigh your project down or anything, so you don't need a whole lot of glue to get it on there. And of course, it's a beautiful evening. I am outside just recording and crafting. And that is on there. One of the things I like about the diamond wrap is that you really can't see the seam once you wrap it all the way around. And look how pretty that is. That is gorgeous. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding some of my flowers, or my foliage, I should say. I'm going to punch a hole right in the middle here because I need to put one of these right in the center. This is what I'm working with today. So I'm going to get all of these in, or at least a bunch of them. And I'm going to start with this. These are feathers that I had gotten for $1. It was at the Dollar Tree, and I had never seen these before. So, I'm just going to put some glue, just a little drop of glue down in there to secure it. And I just like the festive look of this. Okay. And so I'm just putting it right up at the top there. And now I'm going to go ahead and put some of these around it. So I might just switch out a little bit. I'm just going to press these down in here. I might change it out just a little bit. I kind of want that fall harvest kind of look going there. I think this is one of the things I'm still kind of learning to do, is kind of that flower arrangement type stuff. But if you don't try, you won't learn. So I'm trying. I've got these. These are from Dollar Tree also. And I think those will look pretty up in there too. I'm just cutting away and just arranging them, because I want this to look nice and full. So the only thing I really glued in here is the feathers. And this has so many different things on it. I mean, it's just, this can go a long way, and you can pull off individual things and use them. Got all that color in there. You see how that looks. So we're getting there. This is actually the fun part. But guess what? It's all fun. Just turning it around just so I can see. And I still have more. These have these little gold sparkly balls on them. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to use those just to add a little bit of sparkle and tie it in with the diamond wrap. I'm not sure where I want to position these, but I want them to kind of be sticking out there. And I've used these before in other projects, so that dollar really goes a long way. And there's some greenery on here too, so I'm going to use that as well. And you might have to just go back and pull up some things and just get the coverage that you want in there. Still got more green stuff to put in. I'm just going to put it along here. See what that looks like so far. And I will post pictures at the end so you can get a really good look at it. How pretty that looks. And if you want, you can add more to it, you can add less. I still got a few leaves here. I'm going to push those in somewhere. And look how pretty that is. Wow, I hope you can see that on camera. Now, I've got a bow that I made, and I like the colors of it. It kind of ties into it, and so I'm thinking of just kind of putting that bow maybe somewhere off to the side, possibly. And this is a bow I had in my stash. I just kind of threw it together. I'm going to take my bow. I'm going to put it on one of these. These came off of the branch. I'm just going to stick it right in here. I'm just using it as a little stick that I'm going to just push right in. And I'm going to probably, let's see, this is the front part. I don't even know which part is the front anymore. All of the sides look good. This is the front right here. So I'm just going to take this and push it in off to the side. I could take it and put it up here if I want, but I'm going to just have it right on the side near the front, just as an added something. And I'm going to fluff it out. And so be sure to check out some of my bow tutorials. I will post a link to some of those below, especially with the holidays coming up. And look how lovely that looks. I really wish you can see this. I'm going to post a picture, and I think that's going to look lovely on my sister's buffet table, just as an added something for harvest. I hope you like this. I'll post pictures at the end. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and send those comments, because your comments motivate me. I'll see you real soon. Bye.